Hi everyone, my name's Andy Foster and I'm here today to talk to you about stopples for your tumbling machines and a new development I've made and a new type of stopple that I'll have available for sale very shortly. Now most of you who've got my machines will be familiar with the three-pronged stopple. It's the bog standard type of stopple that we use for most bottles, and yours probably looks something a lot like this. A three-pronged stopple that's removable and interchangeable, and it's one of these new interchangeable stopples that I'm going to be telling you about shortly. Now, the problem with stopples and three-pronged stopples is that when you have a bottle like this, a lot of the damage on the bottle is due to crate wear, fish eyes, maybe minor chips, and general wear and tear around the bottom of the bottle. Now when you use a normal three-pronged stopple like this, and it sits on like that, something like that, I'll bring it carefully, the problem is that the prongs actually prevent the copper getting to all the base areas evenly, and you tend to get a shadow where it hasn't cleaned properly, where the prong is actually touching the bottle. Now the normal solution to fix that is halfway through the cleaning cycle is to take the bottle out and twist it round by a sixth of a turn, and that allows then the cleaning to get to all parts of the base. But even so, the prongs actually stop a lot of the copper really rolling around the base. And you can fix that by just cleaning for an awful long time, and it will eventually come clean. But that does mean that you're cleaning the top part of the bottle a bit more than you need to. So it's an uneven process. And it's looking to solve that problem that I've developed what I think is quite a nice solution. What I've been looking at is the bottoms of bottles, and particularly with beers and minerals, you find that most bottles have some kind of a recess in the base. This is probably a good example. It's a Cannington Shore made beer, and it's got a nice, very well defined recess in the bottom, and I want to use that recess to actually mount the bottle and hold it and allow the tumbling process to work on the bottle more evenly. So here's the solution to that. Doesn't look like much. It's a new stopple, but it doesn't have the prongs. And what it's designed to do is to fit into that recess and hold the bottle like that. Now, it looks as if that bottle will just flip out very easily, but my tests have shown that it doesn't, provided you mount the bottle correctly and you're using an adjustable cone at the top so that you can tension the bottle just a little bit and keep it in place. And I've done a dozen or so bottles using this method now, and I haven't had one sort of flip out yet, and it seems to work very well. Now, it's not a solution for all bottles. Some bottles, here's a different example, instead of having a square cut recess, they've got more of a sort of a dome shape. And that can be still used with one of these. What you do is you take a small plastic bolt like this and screw it into the stopple, and it'll just stick out, the head of the screw will just stick out slightly, and that will then fit more perfectly onto a dome shape and hold even a fairly shallow dome recess quite well. Okay, so here's the stopple. It just mounts very quickly onto your bottom bung. If you've got the plastic bolt in there, the screw won't go all the way up, because obviously the thread of the top bolt just takes up a couple of millimeters of that, but it'll tighten up, press against it, and everything will be nice, locked and solid. And then when you mount your bottle, it'll go and sit like that and be very solidly held. Now, here's an example of one that I've done. This bottle had a lot of nicks and scrapes and stuff around the bottom. I used this stopple on this particular bottle. I've got a lovely even finish now, all the way top to the bottom, and you can't see any trace of shadow on the stopples due to the stopples at all. Now, of course, there is one problem with this type of stopple, is that the copper can't actually get to the base area because the stopple covers it up. So if you've got thickness on the base of the bottle, you're going to have to use the normal 3-pronged stopple and just run for a day or so and let that copper sort out the base. But nonetheless, it will still have given you the lovely even finish around the bottom edge. Anyway, I'm making a batch of these at the moment. They'll be for sale shortly. I'll put a link up onto eBay for anybody that wants one, or obviously I'll be at this show, or you can contact me directly via the Facebook UK Tumbling page, and you can get in touch with me there, and I can supply the stopples by that method. Hope you've enjoyed that. I've got some other things coming shortly, but in the meantime, I'll say goodbye for now.